All right, so my next set of books is going to be books about color. And so the first one I chose, can't hold on to it, is Goodnight Mood by Margaret Wise Brown. And I classify this under color because while it starts out bright, every other page is actually black and white. And on page 117 of our textbook, it says that sometimes authors will do that and use cooler colors or black and whites for children's books who are supposed to design for them to go to sleep. So it almost stops using like all the overactiveness in their brain, and instead it just is the picture. And here, the illustrations actually start getting darker as they've turned off the lights because it's time to go to bed. So, let's see, let's go all the way last on here. And then it ends up in a completely dark room because it's designed for children to go to sleep. So gradually, you have less and less color in the book because the children should be starting to fall asleep by this point. As far as literary elements, I'm sure everybody and their mother has read Goodnight Moon. However, if you have not, it rhymes. In the great green room, there was a telephone and a red balloon and a picture of the cow jumping over the moon. And there were 3 little bears sitting on chairs and 2 little kittens and a pair of mittens and a little toy house and a young mouse and a comb and a brush and a bowl full of mush and a quiet old lady who was whispering hush. Good night room, good night moon, good night cow jumping over the moon. And it goes on, so everything rhymes. But always, starting about halfway through the books, it says, good night this, good night this, good night this. And it starts telling everything in the book good night that we've already talked about. And so it rhymes, but I think also another literary element is you can technically, I'm sure in some way, if I tried really hard, could break this down to a poem, and you can make them determine stanzas. You can make them determine, I'm sure you can link this in with, what are they called, like haikus? Maybe they fall into something like that. So there's quite a few things you could do. There's no climax, no final resolution, blah, blah. The resolution is kid goes to bed. So anyway, so that's this one, and that's why I chose it for color. It has all different hues in it. My next one for color is Leo the Late Bloomer by Robert Krause, illustrated pictures by Jose Arrego. So this book is about a little tiger, and he's not keeping up with his class, and his dad's like, just give him time, and then they're worried, oh my gosh, he's never gonna be able to read or write. And then he does in his own time. So this is good for all kids because not everybody learns at the same pace. So showing them it's okay, everybody catches up, like it's good. So a lot of the pages in here, Leo is surrounded by flowers, he's surrounded by green. Let's flip through here. More flowers. And then when he finally blooms, all these flowers. And flowers and, green is all supposed to symbolize, like, new life. So, I think that's the reason they chose those colors and those illustrations to go with things. And also to show, like, flowers bloom in their own time. Like, they don't bloom, not all flowers bloom at the same time because there are, like, the fall flowers and the spring flowers. And I'm not big into flowers, but I know that that's the thing. So I think that's what really helps demonstrate this book. As far as literary elements, it doesn't rhyme, but there is, rising. Why won't Leo bloom? Why won't Leo bloom? Now Leo can't read or write. And now Leo can write and read. So I think this one is really good for color, just because there's so many colors in here. But all the flowers and all that is supposed to represent springtime. It's supposed to symbolize new growth. So I really, really liked this one as well.